for this pattern, I cut it on fold. So this is the center front. So this is one side and this is the other side, okay? And the reason is because of the design on the neck area, all right? So, of course, you will measure from your neck point down to your underbust. I have drawn a line across it. Can you see? This is my underbust, UB. UB. Because this is a small size pattern, you can, from here to here, measure 3/4 of an inch, okay? 3/4 of an inch. And from here to this point, you measure 1/2 inch, okay? Then don't forget that this is my nipple point. For this dart, I'll come out by 1 inch to create some room for the bust. Okay, so once you do that, then you will you just connect this way, then you connect this way. I have done several patterns on bustier, okay? So maybe I can drop some links in the description box. So this will give me a bustier effect, right? So I will just come down from here, I will connect to this point. From here, I will connect to this point, okay? Then from this shoulder to this shoulder, I will place my tape on it this way and get the midpoint. So the midpoint of this shoulder is here. The midpoint is here. Can you see? The midpoint is here. So you can just draw a line to connect this one to the nipple point. Can you see? Okay, so you draw the line. You may not be needing this line, okay, but just draw it for accuracy purpose, and it's also a guide, okay? So once you are done with this, okay, so then you will do the same thing here as well, okay? So I will advise that instead of redrawing the lines here that forms the bustier on this side, instead of redrawing it here, instead of calculating and all of that, the best thing for you is just to take your tracing wheel and wheel it out so that it will appear on the other side, okay? So can you see? All I need to do is to trace. And on this side as well, I have also noted the midpoint of the shoulder, okay? And I've connected it to the nipple point, okay? Then from here to here, I said you would go in by 1 inch. Or if you're a small size person and you do not have, large bust, you may ignore this, okay? Just ignore it and let your dart start from the nipple point as usual. So now, all these parts, this, they are no longer needed because you are going to take your scissors and cut it out later on, right? So they are not, this side is not needed anymore. Now let's go to the neckline. I'll be making use of my pencil, okay? If you check the shoulder of this blouse, it is being placed on the mannequin. The remaining shoulder length is short. To broaden the neckline, you can come in by 1.5 inches. From here, 1.5 inches, or you come in by 2 inches, okay? So from this point now, coming by 2, from here, coming by 2. So this is the 2 inches here, and this is the 2 inches here. Now, you can make this side princess dart, okay, and just leave this side instead of course, as you can see in the picture, it is net that is use to complete the upper parts of the chest area. Okay, so of course there's not how the princess that will extend to the armhole. So you can do armhole princess that on this side. Okay, so let's assume I've just picked a point. I've told you you don't need to take any measurement on the armhole. Okay, so just pick a point like that, and then if you want to take any dart here, you can just take half an inch at most. Some people take 1 inch, but I don't buy the idea of 1 inch. Half an inch is still good, okay? Because this is a standard pattern. So if you're working with a standard pattern, in fact, you may not even bother to take anything here. You may not, okay? But just to be on the safer side, I've taken half an inch. So, and for a regular basic bodice pattern, you can also take half an inch. Yes, okay? So you connect. And don't forget that here you need to extend it. You put paper, extend it by half an inch because you have taken a dart of half an inch. So you have to extend it by half an inch. If you take a dart of 1 inch, you extend it by 1 inch, right? So that's what you will do. So you extend it, you put the paper here, you extend it by half an inch, then you will redraw the armhole. I don't need to do that because I'm sure you know that already. So you can check any of the links, okay, to any of the videos on bustier. Of course, it's well explained in each of the videos. So I am done with this because I have a princess dart here, right? Okay, so this is settled. Okay, now we need to get the effect with the net on this area. Okay, so now because we are going to take a dart here, as usual, we have to take a dart of 1 inch on this side, okay, according to the design. So what I would advise you to do is just to come to the curvy area here, then pick a point. So you pick a point here and you make it straight. Make it straight. And the reason is because you will need to take a dart of ½ inch on both sides of this line. And that's why I would not buy the idea of you making it curvy like this, like that. So you have to make it straight, or you bend it a little. But by the time you are about to get to this line, please make it straight. It's just to make the job easier for you, okay? So that by the time you are, trying to cut the pieces and all that, you won't find it. I like easy job, okay? So it's just to make it easier for you. That's just it, okay? And it's for the sake of the beginners on this platform. Okay, so this is it. Then, according to the design again, you will just check where your center front is. This is my center front. So you can just eyeball and you determine how low you want the original fabric, which is the blue, the floral fabric, the one down, where it starts from. But it doesn't really matter. So you have already taken 2 inches here, and you are going. Of course, it's straight here. The line is straight here, and you are going. The moment you are about to get to the center front, this is the center front, then you begin to go up. Can you see? You begin to go up. Then as you are going up, you connect with these 2 inches. I'm still going to use my marker pen for it. Okay, this is what I have. So there's no perfect line. There's no perfect curve. Okay, no perfect curve. So I will not advise you to use curve ruler here because, well, if you want to use curve ruler, you are free. So this is what I have. Can you see? Can you see? So I would just take my marker pen and make it visible for you. Okay, so this is what you have. This is settled already. Okay, so you are free to, and that's the thing I love about Princess, that it's gives you room to do whatever you like on the chest area. So I prefer armhole princess dart than any other princess dart. For me, that's my preference. Okay, so this is what I have. Can you see? So you can draw the curve anyhow you want. Okay, you can even make it go up, down, up, like that. Just create any curve line. It's your pattern. Pattern is very flexible. So you can do anything on your pattern, okay? So this is what I have. Nice one. All right, so this line does not mean anything anymore to us. Okay, it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Okay, I'm fine with this armhole curve, and that is it. Okay, so now you can now pick a point where you want the net to cover. So according to the design, you can just, eyeball. I just like to eyeball. The reason is because the person that actually made this, did it in her own way or in his own way. So it's left for me to also, use my discretion, add my own ideas. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same thing with what the owner of this design created, right? So just pick a point anywhere you want the point to be. It could be here, it could be here, it could be anywhere. It could be here. Okay, maybe we should pick this side. Then this is your 2 inches. Then you connect. See, can you see what we have? To finish this, okay, I am going to go by this line that is going to the mid shoulder. So all I will do is just to pick, measure 1/2 inch here, measure 1/2 inch here, and connect. Okay, so connect it. So once you connect, then you connect, just make it like 1/2 inch away from the nipple point. Don't make the line too curvy, so can you see? Don't forget, if you want to, take a dart here, don't forget to make it up here. Return this 1/2 inch that you took. Return it by extending this line, this dart line here. This one you drill, after this one, you extend it by 1/2. Then you place the paper and you redraw the curve, the armhole curve. So I think so far so good. We are okay, right? So all I need to do is to cut the pattern, okay? And mind you, you need to decide the length you want for your blouse, okay? That. So to make this line more visible, can you see? This is the line. So this will serve as a yoke, asymmetric yoke or asymmetrical yoke. Okay. So this is it. And I'll continue. So like I said, if you are a busty person, then you go in by 1 inch. But if you are not, then you leave it this way, okay? So, but let me just fulfill all righteousness, okay? Then you cut a straight line from the nipple point into the dots. This dot, that's 1 inch away, okay? But before you cut this way, you are going to connect these dots to here. You connect these dots to this point, connect these dots to this point. You have a new dart, okay? I have done this several times on this channel, several times. Okay? So just cut. If you're a small person, you can still use this method. It's still okay, right? So this is it. So this is what I have. Then I will go ahead and cut this as well. So because I don't want to put paper here, you can do that. So I will not cut that. All right, but if you're putting paper to redraw the line, you know, you will have extended this line. Okay, then you can now cut that off. You cut it like this. Okay, so, and you close that as well, just the way I did the first one. This is what I have. I will just label it side, front. This is left, this is right, left, right. Okay, so can you see? Next, I'm going to cut this off. I don't need this side anymore. And mind you, you must point, you must note where this line is coming from. You must note it. Note it on here, so that when you want to join, that is where you start the joining from, because this is actually going out. So for the dart that you took here, you can return it back here by 1 inch. Okay, just go out by 1 inch and redraw. But most times, you don't even need it. Most times. What I do mostly, by the time I join this one to this one, of course, there will be a kind of shortage. Okay, I can just trim out. I will trim it out. That's what I do. I would, you know, smartly trim it out. If you can do that, you may not need to put anything. Or if you want to put, instead of adding a whole 1 inch, you can just add half an inch, just to fulfill all righteousness. You go out by half an inch this way, then immediately you connect it. You don't need to move like this before you join this line. No, you blend it immediately. You come down and blend it, right? So that's it. So far so good. This is what I have. Can you see? So this is actually going to be this way. It's going to be joined. Then I would advise you that you will double the net that you'll be using for this. Okay, you cut the same thing, then you use one to turn the other. I hope you understand, so that this side can be well finished before you attach it to this. Then by the time you attach it, you now use your lining to turn it from inside. The lining will not get to this. So I'm going to show you how to achieve this. Okay, so how to, you know, gather the shoulder part, you know, and get the gathering effect that I have on the design. Okay, so this is my yoke and I'm drawing slash lines on it, and after I'm done with drawing the slash lines, I will open it up right from the shoulder line. And once I'm done with opening the lines, I will place it on another paper to spread it. Okay, so I'll be using a slash and spread method, and that's what I'm doing right now. So for the beginning of this, you will tape it down. You won't move it at all. Then you'll move the rest. Okay, you'll move it towards the right, towards the armhole area. So this must not be moved. So you move it this way, and that's all you need. So if it were to be fabric, I'm going to gather it. Okay, but because it is paper, I am pleating it. So this is what I have, and of course we are good to go, right? So if this tutorial has been of help, please give this video a thumbs up and like the video, share the videos and drop your comments. I know you guys will have comments or questions. Please drop them in the description box. So these are the patterns. You can see the middle panel, the side panels, okay, and you can see the yoke. So I'm going to tape everything together and place it on the mannequin for you to see. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm taping it. It's not easy, but I just have to do it so that you have a full view of how it is. And I need to tape the back as well, just to hold it down. I'm not using pin to hold. So this is it. It might not look good because it's paper, but I'm telling you, it's the style is actually lovely and nice if you are able to do it right. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so grateful and for the honor, and make sure you gather it to the same shoulder length that you have on the other side. Very important, gather it, and that's why I'm doing my hand that way. Gather it very well so that it will have the same length as the other. Okay, all right guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Enjoy the rest of the video.